Hey everyone, this is Aaron with Two with Nature, and in this video, I'm building a bushcraft survival shelter during a snowstorm. And tonight's forecasted to be the coldest night of the year in the Rocky Mountains. I'm going to be racing against the clock to get my shelter built before nightfall. I've got no tent, no stove, just a few hand tools, a sleeping bag, and a survival blanket. I hope you guys enjoy this video and subscribe if you want to see more. It's forecasted to get down to -6 degrees Fahrenheit tonight. So I came to the top of the mountain. I didn't bring any tent, and I'm just going to build a shelter and spend the night in that. So the first thing I need to do is try to find a nice flat spot. Backpacking in the wintertime sure is a lot of work though. There's some coyote prints that I think are probably less than a day old. Coyotes don't bother me too much, but sometimes at night they'll get together in big packs and they'll have a big party where they just howl and yip all night, and it can be really loud, and sometimes it can make it hard to sleep. There's a lot of dead trees right here that are the size that I want. I'm out of range of any of the widow makers right here, so I don't have to do any extra work cutting down trees that I don't need. I'm going to get set up right here. My axe, my saw, a little rope for lashings, and I got some paracord too in case I need something smaller. I'm just over 10,000 feet above sea level right now. Let's go cut down some trees. Awesome. One of the biggest challenges of doing this in the winter is a lot of times you have to work kind of slower than you normally would, so that you don't sweat and get wet. I realized like 5 minutes ago that I'm already starting to sweat because I'm just used to working fast all the time, and I'm pretty cold right now just wearing this layer. And once that sweat dries out, I can work a little bit faster, but I was working too fast with that jacket on. I think I'll use this as my ridge line. About a wood or two. The fat end over here where I got more space. Let's test it, see how strong it is. Do not break. All right, that's strong. It's snowing over that way, but the wind is blowing that way. I might still have a few hours before I get snowed on. Come here, break it there, and that's the length I need. Now I can just set my axe down on these close by. I want to work slow to stay dry and warm, but I need to work fast because I got a bunch of weather blowing in on me. So I'm gonna stop for a quick lunch break. Last night, I made up some oatmeal and I put it in this pot. This pot's really cool, it's titanium, but you screw on the lid and so it seals on. So I could use it to boil and cook food, but also if I have extra food or leftover food or I want to pack food and bring it with me, I can put it in here and seal it up and it's watertight. I was hoping to heat this up over a fire, but I'm not gonna make a fire for a few hours still, not until after I finish my shelter. I'm starting to run out of time. At this pace, it's going to be totally dark by the time I finish this. So I'm going to try to make a change, see how it goes. I'll just make it a lot wider, and I'm going to put all the trees on the back side, and then I'll just build my fire right here, right in front of it. Otherwise, it's going to be a few more hours, and oh, it just started snowing. Yep, snow just started falling, so I'm definitely doing that. I don't have 3 more hours. That's actually really sturdy. All right, now I got to get pine boughs, but this is going to take me a lot of time. I'll just cut some off of each tree. Cutting a few low branches off of bigger trees like this can actually help it a little bit. It's like pruning the tree. It helps it save food and water for the winter. I don't need as many of these at the bottom because I could shovel up some snow real fast and easy. And then twist it so those branches grab on the inside. All the firs that we've got are relatively new growth. There's a few that are maybe 20 years old, but most of them are probably 5 to 8 years old. And so we're just taking a few branches from each one. But like this one right here was right off the ground and it's so thick. So I'm gonna lay this inside for my bed. My body's already so exhausted. I'm not really used to this altitude. It's getting late and I'm losing the light fast. So I'm just starting to grab all the dead wood, everything that's just laying on the ground right now. Stack up the first couple of feet, cover that with snow, and then do the higher stuff with the pine boughs. As long as the snow stays chunky like this and frozen together, it's useful. If we had a little bit deeper snow and it was a little bit more wet and compacted, I could just build a shelter out of snow blocks in a lot less time and effort than this. I made this way too big. If I had a little wood stove with me, I could put it in one end, and then a shelter this big definitely would have been nice. Oh well. I don't think I'm ever going to get it all the way done, but I need to move on. It's dusk now, and it's going to be dark in about 30 minutes. I have to collect firewood, get a fire started. I have to melt snow for water. I'm about out of water. All right, let's find some firewood. So this might actually be a good place to start. It's dead, and so all of its pine needles are really dry, and so those things should burn real fast and easy. Yeah, it feels dry. There it goes. Take this one first. Here's my camp. I better get my backpack and all my stuff inside my shelter. Who likes fire? Yeah, these pine needles will probably burn just fine. These are gonna burn up really fast. It's gonna be a long night. Oh, this fire feels so good. I just now realized how cold and frozen my fingers were. This feels very good. I still have a lot of work to do, but I feel a lot less anxious now. Well, here's my chair. Let's go get some fresh snow to melt. I've got another dehydrated meal. It's homemade. It's like a bunch of deer meat in like a really thick stew mixed with rice, all cooked together, and then we dehydrated it. So now I just need some boiling water to rehydrate it and heat it up, and it's delicious. Push that about right there. Pull away some of these coals. Make a nice little cooking spot right there. Bring these back up next to it. And this pot has a silicone ring on it so that it seals tight. Take off that silicone ring. Tiny bit of liquid water. That'll help. Put it there. There we go. All this wood is burning down so fast. When I build it up all the way, it only lasts like 40 minutes. This is actually 2 servings of food. Don't know if I'll eat the whole thing. Probably about that much. Put the lid back on, let it steep for a bit, and continue cooking. I'll even put this back on the coals to help it cook a little bit faster. Here's the view from inside the shelter. All right, let's see how cooked it is. Oh, seems very hot. Oh, oh wow, that is so good. This was pretty fun. I'm used to doing things like this with Beatty, and she helps out quite a bit. So doing everything all by myself, it's a lot of work. Yeah, this firewood is burning up so fast. Oh. All right, I'm gonna go clean this out, put some snow in it, melt it for water. So I'm gonna put a hot bottle of water in my sleeping bag. Keeps me warm through the night, especially my toes, but also just as important, makes it to where I have liquid water in the morning. Now I have to build a fire to melt snow to get water. Always heat up water before you go to bed when it's super cold like this. This snow does not pack down at all. It's just ice. This looks nice. Yeah. Is that enough? Oh yeah, that's enough. Oh, that feels so good. Oh, my back is so tired. As soon as I get that boiling water in my sleeping bag, I'm climbing in. It's not quite boiling yet, but I think it's pretty close. I'm gonna put this down in my sleeping bag and cover it up. I'm surprised how dry everything is. Put my boots underneath it right here, under my head. Okay, let's see. Grab this up. My main camera just died, so I pulled out my backup camera right as I was climbing in bed. I'm gonna have to put this camera down to get totally situated in this bed, but I'll see you guys in the morning. Good night. Good morning, everyone. Well, the ground was a bit cold, and I was sliding around a bit. I was planning on staying here just a little bit longer, waiting for the sun to warm everything up, but I don't think it's going to. It just started snowing probably 15 minutes ago. I was planning on making breakfast this morning, but now I think I'm just gonna pack up and head out. Oh. Oh. Well, there it is. And it's time to hike back. Thanks for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. Beatty's going to be in the next video, so we'll see you there.